Hi, welcome back. We're going to get dizzy because we're doing rotations. Get it? Okay, that was really bad. All right. A rotation is some sort of transformation, some sort of change that you can make to a figure that's going to move every point in your pre-image, the thing that you start with, through some angle that I don't know yet, but we'll tell you how far you're rotating, about a specific point that doesn't move, a fixed point. And this point is called the center of rotation. Okay? If the point that you are trying to rotate is located on the center of rotation, then it's the same point as its image. It doesn't move. There's nothing to do. It's just like when we had a point on that line of reflection, how we didn't do anything. Same idea. If the point you're rotating isn't on the center of rotation, then this distance here from the point to the center of rotation has to be the same distance as the center of rotation is to the image that you're drawing. Okay? Now, the direction of rotation, unless we tell you otherwise, the direction of rotation will always be counterclockwise. I have a hard time remembering the difference between clockwise and counterclockwise unless I have a watch. I don't wear watches. I have my phone to tell the time. I don't wear a watch anymore. So, I draw one so that I have a little watch that I can look at. This helps me remember that this is clockwise, which means counterclockwise is this direction. Okay? Counterclockwise, stop it. Counterclockwise is this direction. Okay? If you don't have a wristwatch that has little hands, you're welcome to draw one on you. Okay? Maybe just do it with a washable ink. Did you draw one on you? Nice. Oh, and you put the wristband and everything? Dope. All right. Let's talk about rotations on the coordinate plane that is on graph paper. Okay? This is the easiest one. All right. If we're rotating counterclockwise 90 degrees, here is the change you make to your coordinates. Start with x and y. Multiply this y coordinate by -1, and then exchange the coordinates. Okay? For a 180-degree rotation, you're going to take your original coordinates, and you're going to multiply them by -1, but you're not going to change their positions. X stays on the X position, Y stays in the Y. You're just changing the sign. That's it. For a 270-degree rotation, we're going to take our original points. You're going to multiply the X by -1, and then you're going to exchange them. We could talk about a 360-degree rotation. But think about a 360-degree rotation for a second. Yeah, it goes all the way around the circle. You end back where you started. This is what cracks me up. I've heard people like I feel so bad. My poor mom. I gave her bad attitude when I was in high school. Not very often, but I had my moments when I would give her attitude. And she got so mad one day. She went, I need you to do a 360 with your attitude. I may have laughed in her face a little bit. Because she told me not to change my attitude. Because if you go 360, you end up back where you started. And it's like nothing changed. Yeah, after I explained that to her, she was a little less mad. But yeah, I may have gotten very, very badly grounded for laughing in her face about that. I don't recommend you laugh in your parents' face if they say that, but you try to rein it in as best you can. And then tell them, Mom, look, Okay. Your choice on which coordinate rotation you would like to do, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Gentlemen, with me, please. 4, 5, 6, or 7? Which one? 7? Okay. 7. All right, starts off, plot the 4 points that you've already been given. Please note that this scale is counting by 2s, which means if you have an odd number, you're going to be in the middle of points. Okay. So 4, 7. Okay, and then I'm going to take my straight edge and I'm going to connect the points just to make it look very neat and pretty. All right, there's our original points. Now, before I can graph the rotation, I need to find the coordinates of the rotation. I am going 270 degrees. It doesn't tell me whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise, so we're going to assume that it is counterclockwise. And according to my notes, a 270 degree rotation asks me to do this to my coordinates. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to follow this. All right, my original coordinates for P were 4, 7, which means my new coordinates for P prime are going to be done. All right, let's grab all of those other coordinates really quick. Can I get someone to give me the coordinates for Q prime? Q prime? Q prime does not start at, oh yeah, it does start at 6. 6 what?
6.
Negative 6. Very good. What would be the coordinates for R?
3.
Negative 2, negative 3. What is the coordinates for S? S prime. Mm-hmm. Yeah, negative, negative. All right, we are going to graph those. Please label them. Stop. Am I graphing these in the right place? Oh, I put R in the wrong spot, didn't I? Did I? Didn't I?
You put -1 to -3. It's supposed to be -2.
Oh, I did put R in the wrong spot. It should be there. Okay, thank you. Sorry, got distracted. All right. The importance of labeling your points. If I hadn't labeled them, I wouldn't have known which one was messed up. All right, and there it is. It just spun around. Yeah. All right, let's go figure out how to do this with just compass and protractor. We've got just enough time to start on one. Okay? So flip your notes over. Let's go to the one figures with points that have no graph. I'd like to rotate this one. Here's my angle of rotation information. It says 135 degrees. It doesn't tell me which direction, which means we are going counterclockwise. According to my wristwatch, that means we're going this direction. Okay? So what I like to do is I like to find my center of rotation and draw for myself an arrow in the direction that I need to be spinning. Okay, gentlemen, stay with me, please. So I need to be spinning counterclockwise, so around my center of rotation, it'll be the big point that's marked for you. I'm going to draw a little circle around it with an arrow pointing, telling me which way I'm going. All right, step numero uno. I'm going to use a bunch of different colors so that way it's easy to tell which step that I'm on, okay? So, starting with one color. Pick a point you want to rotate first. A, B, C, or D? A. Okay. Take your straight edge, start at the center of rotation, okay, and draw a line through the point that you're rotating, A. And when I mean through, I mean like through. Go way past it. And I don't know how much I need, how much line, so I'm going to just try to get to the end of the page. YOLO, all the way to the end. Okay? Lots of line. Okay? Again, we took a pencil, we started at the center of rotation, and we drew a line through the point that we were trying to rotate. Okay? Then, you're going to take your protractor. This entire section hinges on you being able to read your protractor when it's orientated this way, and not always when it's like this. You are going to be moving your protractor around. And if it gets confusing, move your paper around. Okay? The point is that it's easy for you to handle. Okay? Take your center of rotation and stick it on your vertex finder of your protractor. So that little circle right there. Okay? I'm going to zoom in. Okay. Then the line that I drew, I need to line that up with my 0. So carefully spin your protractor around until the line that you drew lines up with your 0 guideline. Okay, your 0. And that the center of rotation is right here in the vertex finder of your protractor. Now, I'm going counterclockwise, which is in this direction. So starting from 0, 0's on the inside, so I'm going to read along the inside all the way to 135. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. So 135 is going to be right here, this marking. Okay? Make a mark for yourself right there. Okay? A beautiful mark at 135. Connect your center of rotation to this mark. You have now drawn a 135-degree angle. It starts at the line KA and it ends at this line, I don't know the name of it. Take your compass. Find the distance between K, your center of rotation, and A, the point that you're wanting to rotate. Now, all the other things that we've done, at this point, you would have to pick up your compass and move it somewhere. With rotations, you don't have to. From here, you can just spin your paper. I don't care what direction. Spin your paper so that way your pencil crosses the line that you just drew with your angle marking. Okay? I'm going to zoom out just so that you can see hand position. I had my compass here at A. I spun my paper around so that I could leave a mark on this line that I just drew. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so you can see my marking. Notice that I didn't mark darkly darkly, is that a word? It's not a dark mark. I didn't even make a complete circle. You don't have to. Make as much of a mark as you need in order to get this to cross. This intersection is A prime. Let's do this again for another point. And I'm going to switch colors so that way you can tell which one I'm working with. Which point do you want to move now? B, C, or D? D? Okay. So, from your center of rotation, draw a line through the point you want to rotate. In this case, I've been told to rotate D. Okay. I don't know how much line I need, so I'm going to make this really long. We're going to draw a 135-degree angle. I'd like to show you something that I've seen in years past because this could happen to you. I've seen a lot of students put the center of rotation here and then line up the line that you drew on this side. Okay? The issue with this is that we're reading counterclockwise, yes? Which means I need to read from here this way. I don't have protractor in this direction. Okay? That doesn't mean I'm going to come over to here and read this way. Okay? I have to start at this line and read counterclockwise. That's why I'm recommending spin your protractor around. Okay? All right. So now you know an error that has happened before. Maybe you won't make that error. Okay. So starting at 0, counting up to 135, which looks like it's about here, leaving a nice little dot for myself. Connecting this dot back to my center of rotation. And then using my compass to find the distance from K, the center of rotation, to D, which is the point that I was rotating. I don't have to pick up my compass, I can just spin my paper. I want it to cross the mark that I just drew. And that would be D prime, yes. A and D are connected, so A prime, D prime are connected. I'm going to go ahead and connect them so I don't have to worry about that later. And I'm done. We'll repeat for the other 2 points to complete the figure. I'm going to leave off here. Tomorrow, we'll start the day warming up by moving those two and completing our figure. All right? Thank you guys so much.